Oh, it's so cold. Well, I have it cold. And so I'm trying to get warm on my cup of tea before I show you all the new dies because today all the new dies that I designed for Kscraft came in. And and normally when I do live streams, I always wait until more people come on live because else I have to tell things 3 or 4 times the same. And so, yeah, I'm taking a sip of tea. Hope you are all willing to join me. And yeah, I have them in. They just arrived. So, oh, a gray hair. See, I'm starting to get gray. Hi, Janice. Thank you for being here. I'm waiting for more people to come on live before I start showing them because else I get, hey, I'm too late. And that, oh, I have to tell you a little tiny story. Yesterday in my live stream, I showed the new um, exclusive cutting die that I sell myself in my Etsy shop. And I call him George. It's my nutcracker die. And I promised to put him together myself. And for people who know me, I am horrible at paper piecing. One, because in the Netherlands it's very hard to get colors, colored cardstock without any texture in it. That's something I hate. No, well, um, I'm frustrated about because I wished I had colored cardstock with no texture. So I have to do with what I can buy here. But I was able to put him together. Don't ask me how much, I swear, when I was putting him together, because if you know me, I hate paper piecing. But I did it, and this is how he turns, or this is how he looks. What I did is because the 50 I had in stock are sold out. They went so fast. I put in the description box, so please read the description box in my Etsy shop if you go there. What I did is I put the 25 that the factory forgot to send me because I ordered more than they sent me. I put them in as a pre order. So if you still want to order George, be fast because those 25 will be the last dice I will get in of George. So if you want George, you will get this die set and then you can make him like this. And the most painstaking items to deal with were those little itty bitty tiny dots on his shoes. But I managed. And while I was putting him together, I asked Ben, "Who on earth designed this thing?" So that's how frustrated I was. But well, it's just because I'm always in a hurry to put things together because I can't wait until I see the end result. And that's why I don't like paper piecing. It takes a while before it's ready and you see the end result. So, yeah. So the only ones I have left are now in as a pre-order in my Etsy shop. And then you will get um, my big friend. I also sell them in a keychain, as you know, but then you see them next together. I tried to use the same colors as the ones in my keychains. Hi, Diane. Thank you. Thank you so much for buying, George. Yeah, so I have them in a keychain, and the keychain is double sided for the people who don't know, and of course in the cutting die. But when these are sold out, I will not get more Georges in. Just so you know, and I can't get more in because in about 2.5 weeks, the factories in China will close for their big holiday break. And yeah, they are going very fast. And for the people who don't know, I also have George in sticker sheets together with the other sticker sheets. And if you buy 2 items or more in my Etsy shop, use the coupon code I put in the description box, but because then you get 15% off. So if you buy 2 or more items, you can use the discount code and you will get 15% off your order. And also the ginkgo leaves are still there. Yeah, and this was what I was left with when I was putting George together. Hi, sweetie. Hi, little bit. And sorry that I call you little bit. I know your name is, I believe, Audrey. If I don't mistake myself, I know so many people. It's horrible. But then people know who I call out to. That's why I use your name as it is in the chat box. So let me start by, yeah, I needed to change a setting. As I told you, I have a big stack of brand new dies, and I think I'm the first one who shows them on YouTube. Kscraft is going to on a holiday break as well. So what they did is they sent out all Valentine and all Easter dies I designed for them. And the first set is this set. I will show it like this, and you will ask, what on earth is this? But do you know those match? I believe you call them match pouches. It's not a match box. It's a pouch that you have to fold open, and then the matches themselves are in rows, and you have to how do you call that? Snip them off and then strike them at the bottom of the packaging. And that's this one. But as you see, the tips are shaped like hearts. Hi, Fatima. Hi, sweetie. Thank you for being here. Yes, you are fine. It's been my nickname since I was. Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't know. Sorry, but good to know. And I even put in, and I don't know if the camera picks it up, but this strip has a dotted texture in it. So if you die cut that from um, red paper, it will look as realistic as a cutting die can make your match pouch look. Let me call it a pouch because it's not a box. And if I say box, I say it the wrong way. So it's called a matchbook. Okay, thank you, Vanessa. Thank you for your help because I was looking for the right word. And with the matchbook, there is a matching stamp set, and I will tell you what it says. We are a perfect match. I think you're hot. Let me let me keep you warm. Find delight in little things. There is a little bit of magic in everything. Let the sparks fly. And I thought that was a good one when you want to do wedding invitations or something like that. And then one I also liked a lot. Your crazy matches my crazy. That's something that would suit me because I always act crazy. And the last one says, spark your creative side. But that's what the stamp set says, and yeah, that goes with the match book. I will put it back into his set, and then something, and maybe for people from the US, you don't know, but as far as I know, we don't have those kind of marshmallow candy here, but you call them peeps. So everybody in the US will know what I mean. And I came across them and I had something like, okay, I need to make those peeps into a shaker. So I did. There are two in 2 different sizes. And what I did is I added items so you can dress up your peeps. I added it's a necktie. See, I wanted to say bow tie, but it's a necktie. Some glasses. I even added a bow with tails, and I added something that you can see as a flower. And I also added the center of the flower and the eyes and nose. I was late to the video. Who will be selling these, Nicole? Oh, sorry. These will be sold by the Kscraft store, by the Kscraft Lovers store on Aliexpress. So just so you know, and they come in two sizes. And if I'm not mistaken, you can choose if you want the smaller ones or the bigger ones. You don't have to buy them both if you don't want to. And the next one is a memory index one. And I had a lot of fun designing it. It doesn't look very complicated or maybe not super interested, but I think when you see how it's put together, it will, yeah, look amazing. And if you want to see samples, go to the Kscraft Lovers store, because Hannah did a great job in making very pretty samples so you can see how they look when they are put together. I just got them in, so I didn't have time to put everything together. Hi, Johnny. Hi, sweetie. Thank you for joining. Will you be adding the links to your dice? Yes, I will. I added the link to the Kscraft store, but later on I will do all separate individual links to them. Yeah. But if you go to the Kscraft store, look for cutting dice and then designed by Nicole, then you will find them as well. The next one is a memory dex one. These inner pieces all can come out. This is what you get in the set. These two are the outer parts of the ears, and these are the inner parts of the ears. I added an egg so you can make a solid egg. You don't have to make it into a shaker. I made the shaker part, and what I did is I made an individual die, and you see it here, that you can make it look like your egg is cracked. And I thought that was fun, because if you have that die and you have other uh, egg dies, you can make them look like that they are cracked. So I had something like, I have a little bit of space left, let me put one in. It's always fun to have dice like that when you want to make an egg open or something. You always know that I try to fill up the spaces as much as I can, so you get more dice for the same amount, because as I told you, the inners are normally waste space. Peeps are good, but they are so sweet that just looking at them gives you diabetes. Thank you, Audrey, for your help. Thank you so much. Yeah, I know all about it. And I have a sweet tooth as well, so trust me. And then I think that I now make them for almost a year. Are shaker plates. If you don't know what a shaker plate is, a shaker plate is a plate, a metal die plate, that gives you one item multiple times. In Dutch, we say it in a different order, so I always have to translate things in my head before I say stupid things. But these are 4 shaker plates. I will show them individually. This is a shaker plate with all eggs. So if you don't want to use as much plastic, that's something I really like a lot myself. I like to use shaker plates. And this way you can make your shakers out of any color you want. Because what I also didn't like is that most shaker material comes in a specific color. That's a hard word to pronounce. And then always there is a color inside that I don't like. And that's why I like shaker plates, because then I can make my shaker material match up with Yeah, the outside. So the second plate is all bunny paws. So I think very cute for inside shaker eggs. The other two are two bunnies, and one is a bunny from side view, and the other one is a bunny front view, more like a hare. I believe you call it a hare. Is that correct? You have bunnies and you have hares, right? Help me out. I do my best to know uh, more English words. And then I don't know how about you. Yes, bunnies, rabbits, and hares. See? Okay. But what's, or do I now ask something very stupid? What's the difference between a bunny and a rabbit? I'm not sure. I know the difference between a bunny and a hare. That's something I know, but oh well. You know, the silly me always have to ask. There is no stupid questions. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Audrey. Okay, in the Netherlands, when you buy your bread in oh, see, you like the shaker plates too. In the Netherlands, when you buy your bread, there is always like a plastic clip on it to keep it closed. And that clip inspired me to make these. And they come in 4 sizes. And what I did is I made a heart shape at the top. Oh, sorry, need to turn it around because then you can see the stitch lines. And these clips you can clip onto anything you like. I sometimes see that people go to craft fairs and package up their items in plastic bags and then want to do something like a tag on top of it. These are ideal because then you can twist your bag at the top, clip these on and stamp on it or make something pretty on it. And that's why I designed these. These inners can come out and then you have 4 of those sizes. It's a tag, but then different. A hare is larger than a rabbit. Yeah, that's what I knew. But what's the difference between a bunny and a rabbit? I think personal choice in what you word you want to use because they are the same thing. Okay, see, I had the idea that there wasn't a lot of difference. Not stupid at all, Nicole, because just like there is a difference between a donkey and I'm not going to say that out loud. And, oh, they look very similar. Okay. Yeah, hard closure tags. That's how they are called. And thank you, Audrey, for all your help. Okay, and here I go with the word dice. I made a set of word dice, and please keep in mind that's why I always have to think when I design stuff, I design stuff months in advance. And sometimes I forget what I designed. I can't remember all words. That's what I tried to say. So I have 2 sets. They look like this, and I will try to read all the words. One says blossom, bunnies, Easter, happiness, flowers, and lovely. That's these. Uh, that's what these 6 say. And then the second 6, these say welcome, tulips, ladybugs, festival, um, chicks, and butterflies. So that's what they all say. And I believe you can buy the set individually. I'm not sure. I thought I saw that you can pick if you only like, for instance, the first 6 or the second 6, that you can buy them separately. I'm not 100% sure. A cute text. Thank you, Johnny. Patty. Hi, Patty. I think it's size. I always call the small baby ones bunnies. Oh, okay. Jackrabbits and hares are not domesticated. Okay. Okay, see, we learn something new every single day. Okay, and this is, I say this as a Dutch girl. Please forgive me for saying this. I don't mean to offend anyone, but this isn't an American thing because I didn't see or knew about it before I designed this. Um, I designed this, and I think when I put it up, you all know what it is. I designed like a tiered tray. No, it's not a platter. I think you call it a tiered tray. And what I did is this one is Easter themed. So I made individual extra trays that you can stick onto the base. And I made a little slit inside so you can tuck the bunnies in. And I noticed that in America, a lot of kitchens and inside your living room, people use tier trays to represent the time of year. I'm amazed by myself now. See a tier tray. And I even put in a charcuterie board. It's also a new word I learned along the way. I even put in an extra handle. So if you want to do the handle in an other color, you can. I put in as many eggs as I could. I put in some tulips with the tulips leaves, separate tulips, so you don't have to die cut your flower twice. You can cut your flower out of green and then top it off with a colored flower. I always hate that I have to die cut a flower twice in order for me to be able to make the flower in a different color than my stems. So that's what I was thinking when I designed this set. I even put in a little sets of grass so you don't have to cut them to the right size. You can just use them. This is for the little tier, the middle tier, and the top tier. So I always try to put in as much as I can into a set to make your life a little bit easier. What I normally, when I buy flowers, I always hate that they are only left sided or only right sided. And that's what I, when I started to design, wanted to do differently. Yes, tiered trade. See, you are correct. We decorate them with for the season. See, yeah, I didn't know about those. I had something like, okay, it looks cool. Don't get me wrong. It's not that I don't like it, but it's not a common thing in the Netherlands to do that. So I had something like, okay, let me go on Instagram and look how they decorate it and what's important in a tier tray and so on and so on. So that was my thought behind it. Tip: cut the flower in white and use a marker to color the flower. Yeah, I know, but the problem is I had to sell. I have sold all my Copic markers because, and I did that I think 5 or 6 years ago because our heater, the heater that warms our house, broke down. We didn't have money back then, and yeah, I needed the money from the markers so I could buy a new, let me say, heating system. And yeah, those are very expensive. So I had to sell my Copic markers. So I'm now markerless. I still wished I had them, but yeah, you can't have it all. I have to accept that. And for me, it's too expensive to buy a new set. That it is what it is. I have to take off a little piece because it's poking me. The next set, you will, at first you will think when you see it, oh, that's a common set, but look at the details. And I will keep them up close so you can see the details. The holes inside are not holes, but hearts. And what I did is I put reinforcers inside But what I also did, these layer on top of each other. So for each one, you will have the layer. So this is the base, this is the layer. This is the base, sorry, this is the base, this is the layer. And for all those, you have something that reinforces the top of your heart, so it doesn't tear very easily. Also, trays are used to desserts and party food. Yeah, that I know because that's what we use too in the Netherlands when we have a party. In England, it's more common because they do what they call like an English tea, high tea. I need to think. Yeah, high tea. So these are vintage hardtacks, but these are not individual sizes. You can use them as individual sizes, but if you want, they layer on top of each other. And I did that on purpose. So if you need a very strong or sturdy tag, then you can make it because it has its own layer. That's sometimes what I hate when I buy, for instance, a doily like this, then I need to look into my dice if I have a circle that makes the layer for this one. And that's why I always try, it's not always possible, but always try to give you the layers for it. Let me put them back in the baggies. And now I'm going to get something because I like to show you something. It's a horrible example, but at least it's an example. I need to see where I put mine. Yeah. I was looking at a game that Ben plays a lot on his computer, and that inspired me to make this next die set. And when I got the idea in my head, I had something like, why didn't I think sooner of that? So in order for me to test it out and see if it worked, because I don't have a die set when I design it, I cut it out with my digital cutter and it works perfectly. The only mistake I made is I used too big uh, of stamps. It will all be clear when I show it to you. But yeah, so I messed mine up. But that's only the stamping part that I messed up. But I made a memory dex that's a Wheel of Fortune, and it really functions. See, the only thing I stamped on it, and then my sayings, and then I had to glue this rim on, and noticed that I stamped the words too far out. So now my rim is covering my words. But it worked properly, and so I was able to sell the design to Kscraft. It's this set. It's the Memory Dex Wheel of Fortune set. So yeah, I make stupid mistakes too as a crafter. And then I discover, oh shoot, I needed to use smaller words. Oh well, silly me. You only need to put in two breads, one at the top, one in the middle, and then it can fully function like a real Wheel of Fortune. I thought it was a fun idea. Thank you. Yeah, a Wheel of Fortune memory decks. That's cute. I actually have that one in my cart already. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I had a lot of fun designing it. It wasn't easy because you have to have something that holds the middle part and something that holds the top part. And that was a little bit um done with trial and error. But when I had it working perfectly, I was so proud at myself. I never made an interactive die set like this before. So yeah, and as you see, it works perfectly. You can spin it around. It's no problem at all. Um, and then as the pics, pics, picture, I'm sorry. As the picture in the beginning of this live stream, you will see a picture of a bunny. I Why does this bag give me a hard time? Come on, open. It doesn't want to open. Well, I leave it in the baggie because if you saw the picture in the beginning before the live before you clicked on the live stream, it shows you a cookie, and I showed it a few weeks ago on my Instagram, and that cookie I loved so much. It was a bunny cookie, and I had something like, let me see if I can make that into a cutting die. And so I did. This is the die set. Maybe this doesn't appeal to you, but look at the picture uh, later on, or look in the Kscraft store if you want to see an example. It looks so cute. It's really, I think, the cutest bunny I ever made. And I even gave the bunny a set of glasses because on the cookie the bunny also had glasses, and I thought that made the cute cookie as cute as it could be. I need to take a sip of my tea, sorry. And then, let me see if I can open this one. Thank you, Janice. Thank you so much. I made, what I got asked for is to make a very large, a large Easter bunny hat so people can make it into a mini album. So that's what I designed. And I put in as much items as I could. I put different lashes, lashes, lashes. Okay, I'm going to stop here. You know what I mean. The things be above your eye. I put in the mouthpiece so you can pick your own mouthpiece what you want, if you want a heart shape or more triangular. I put in some tiny hearts so you can make the bunny have hearts on the cheeks. So yeah, and in I even put in the whiskers. I put in the extra page so you could make your can make your pages very sturdy, and I put in a big bow that you can make into something that is dimensional. have have the wheel and the tray in my cart so cute. Love that you created. Thank you so much. I do my best. Sometimes it's hard to come up with new ideas, and it's not only having the idea that's the problem, but also make it as versatile as possible. So if you buy a die set, it's not only usable to make into a card or usable as a tag. I always think, okay, if I design it a little bit different, they can also use it as a mini album or as a shaker, or that it always has multiple functions. Yeah, I think that's the best way to say it. Okay, and now, oh my God, what cuteness I came in. Thank you, Heather, and thank you for joining me. Okay, and now I have to show you something if I can get it out of the packaging. And the reason why I get it out of the packaging is because else you will see a glare. So that's why I do all the effort to take them out. Um, I myself love them, and I know a lot of people from the US love them too, and I think all over the world. What I'm talking about, come on, we all love them, and those are hoodies. And so I thought, okay, how am I able to make a hoodie that can be used as a hoodie, but also make into a mini album? Yeah. To make dinner. Yeah, I'm coming downstairs in about half an hour. ASAP. ASAP, yeah. Okay, so I designed a hoodie. I will show it to you. It looks like this, and of course the inner pieces can come out. But the most problem I had was making the Nicole, dice are not meant to throw with. um, the neck piece, that was the most complicated part to design. So when you stack it on top of each other, that it really makes it look like there is like a hoodie, a cap on the back of your hoodie. And so I struggled a little bit, but when I was finished, I had something like, yes, this is what I mean. So this is the pocket that normally you put your hands in on front of, in the front, at the front of your hoodie, at the position of your belly. I do my best. These two pieces are the cuffs. Do you call them the cuffs of your sleeves? What are these called? The ends of your sleeve. Cuffs, right? Or is that only the things that police do around your arms? Oh, C cuffs. Okay. I always am scared I say funny things. But yeah, this has two layers. So you have the base layer, this one, and then you have a layer that you can make your pages with. And what I did is I gave you the body part. So this can be, if you are really creative, into a body warmer. Yeah. But on top of this, it looks amazing because then it you can do the arms in a different color than the front of your hoodie. You don't have to, of course, but I had something like, if I design it like this, there is the possibility that you can make it into a multicolored hoodie. Hi, Nicole. Hi, Polly. How are you doing? And singing Ben. Oh, you just missed Ben. He just went downstairs and had some dinner. So, and what I also put in, and let me show you on the die itself. Here on these two parts, I couldn't put these holes here because of production limits. But if you die cut these out, put them on here, then these two will make the strings that normally hangs out of your hoodie and make it really realistic. If it was up to me, I would leave them here inside of the die, but it wasn't possible. There needs to be a certain amount of room in between cut lines, and so I had to do it like this. And this little piece, if you put that inside here after you die cut this, it looks like the inside of your hoodie has another color. Trust me, put it together, you will love it. I'm sure. And I will for sure make something with this so you can see how pretty it looks. It's one of my biggest favorite design I made, yeah, in these last couple of months. I have a few, of course, because I make so many, but this is sure one of them. I like that the top piece can make it into a motorcycle jacket. Yeah, that's definitely possible. It depends on what kind of color paper you use, or paper with a texture in it. Even if you use, for instance, an embossing folder, you can make it like those jackets that normally are so puffy. How do you call those kind of jackets? But you can also make it into, I believe that's baseball jacket. Yeah, you can also make it into a baseball jacket. So not only in a hoodie, but in a body warmer and in a baseball jacket. So it's really versatile. And then I got a request from the Kscraft store. They had seen something like a basket and asked me if I could think of something like that. A winter jacket. Yeah. Thank you, Vanessa. So what I did is, and I will walk you through it, I designed this set, and it can make an egg basket. So in the shape of an egg. I've put in the sides, so this die you have to cut twice for the left and the right side, and this inner part is your bottom piece. So this one you attach to this part, and then there is a long strip like this inside of the set that can be used as a handle. Of course, you can use a piece of ribbon, but for the people who want a paper handle, I've put in this part with an extra layer so you can make your handle a little bit more sturdy. I also made a texture plate, but that plate can come out. So if you want to take it out, that's no problem at all. I always try to give you layers that can come out. And I even put in some cracked eggs, a smiley egg, and a speckled egg. So I had the space and I had something like, let me give them a few funny extra eggs to play around with. So, or to decorate your egg with, because you can make this into a shaker and then you can use them as shaker material, whatever you like. And this way it makes the set again more versatile. So you don't have to only, you don't, no, you're not only able to make it into a shaker, you are able to make it into a shaker, in a mini album, and into just a 3D, no, an embellishment. Why is English so hard? After all these years, I still keep on thinking I'm not getting better at it. Thank you, Vanessa. Yeah, it's my favorite too. And you know, I'm always honest and upright. It's my favorite too. And then for the people who always, that's something I always find funny. When I make something like this, the very first question I always get is, does inside fit a gift card? That's always the first question I get. So the seller asked me to make another gift card holder, but this time a fun envelope. So, and I've put in as much items as I was possibly able. So all design paper layers, I've put in a big happy birthday. So this is the envelope. So the outside is the envelope. Inside is the birthday um, die. Then I made um, like that it can slide in and out your envelope, but that it holds. So in this die, you can, or sorry, this die you can use to make the cutouts into your paper so it can hold a gift card. See, I can do it if I concentrate. And I also made two words love you. And I thought, okay, then you can use it for birthday, for Valentine, for friends, for whatever. So um, it's a big envelope. It can hold a lot, even money. It can hold gift cards. It can even hold two gift cards. And yeah, for the people who like making those things. And what I also put in are two, sorry, upside down, are two postage stamps. So one blank. So if you have something that's pretty into your paper or printed into your paper and you want to cut it out, I thought, what fun would it be to have a blank? And if you don't have paper, like we do in the Netherlands, pretty paper, um, you have at least something that looks like an embellished, um, st- uh, yeah, stamp, postage stamp. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I have been busy, but trust me, there is loads more to come. I've made a few very pretty ones for Erica, and I don't know when they will be released. That's something sellers don't keep me updated about. I only know what's produced when I get them in as well. And as you know, Erica doesn't send me all the dies, so I'm not able to show you all of them who I made for what dice I designed for her. That's what she does with her design team. So, but yeah, those are all the dice that I designed for Kscraft. And since now more people are live, um, I've put, as promised, George together. I sell George as a pre-order now in my Etsy shop because the ones I had, the factory only sent me 50 and I ordered 75. So they are now producing the other 25 that I'm missing. Uh, it's this die set. This is from a friend of mine. So this is the only complete one I have left. But I put George together, and George looks like this when you put him together. He looks so cute. But that's my personal opinion. And what I did is I made him out of the same colors as the George keychain. I couldn't resist to try him look the same as my keychain. So yeah, this is the butterfly keychain. Why are you turning on me, George? Come on. He is giving me a hard time. But yeah, I couldn't resist to make him out of the same colors. I will put one more together tomorrow in more Christmassy colors, and I will try. I'm not going to promise to do it at a live stream, but you will have a laugh seeing me struggle putting them together. So if you want George, you can pre-order him in my Etsy shop together with the other keychain that I have there. But if you order two or more items, use the discount code that I put in the description box because then you get 15% off your order as a token of my appreciation for making the order in my Etsy shop. So this one is only sold in my own personal Etsy shop, and together with yeah, the keychains and the stickers, because I also have George in a sticker sheet. And I have other sticker sheets as well, other dies in my Etsy shop. So if you order two or more items, you will be able to use the discount code. If you only order one item, yeah, you can't use the code. And that's just because yeah, it takes a lot of money to produce dies and have them shipped to the Netherlands, package them up nice. I told that in the last live stream. I'm not going to bore you with that. Hi, Safira. Hi. Did you ever do the tutorial for the umbrella? George is on his way to my place. I'm so happy. Oh, thank you for your order. No, I didn't do that. I know I promised. I just keep forgetting. That's the honest truth. I will try to, when I end this live stream, take one of the dice and put it on my desk so I can't forget. But I also promised to do a tutorial on how to put George together. So, yeah. Maybe I will ask Tracy, send Tracy the umbrella set and ask her to put it together because I am so horrible at doing tutorials. That's why I thank God having Tracy. So, yeah, I will not make a promise anymore because I hate when I don't keep my promises. So, but I will make a reminder for my on my desk. That's all I'm promising. My shopping cart is full. Thank you so much, Nicole. Have a great evening. Have a great evening to you too. And yeah, thank you all for ordering so much in my Etsy shop. It's been I really, really, truly enjoyed packaging all up your orders, adding to some of them who marked the requirements, adding a free gift, and yeah, it's or a discount code or a free gift. If you make a big order, I will add a free gift in there. That's something I promise always. But thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for all your lovely comments. Thank you for your help. And yeah, see you in the next live stream. I'm going downstairs because I think dinner will be almost ready. And then Ben will shout at me, Nicole, your dinner. So have a blessed Christmas, Merry Christmas. And if I don't speak to all of you, a very healthy and happy new year with a big kiss from me. Bye bye.